John Lennon was never known for holding back, especially when it came to evaluating the Beatles' own music. Across countless interviews, Lennon often revisited the band's catalog with a mix of honesty and brutal candor. And more often than not, his sharpest critiques were aimed at Paul McCartney. Whether dismissing certain songs as lightweight or mocking what he once called granny music, Lennon rarely sounded impressed. Which is exactly why one particular moment in 1967 stands out so strikingly: the rare instance when he openly admired a McCartney lyric and didn't hesitate to call it damn good. That moment arrived during the creation of A Day in the Life, the haunting and ambitious closer to S.G. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. While the album itself is often celebrated as a groundbreaking achievement, Lennon's personal feelings toward it were more complicated. He respected parts of it, certainly, but never fully embraced the concept-driven direction that McCartney had championed. In Lennon's eyes, much of S.G. Pepper leaned heavily toward McCartney's polished, meticulously arranged style. His own contributions, dreamlike and surreal pieces such as Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, were fewer, though no less iconic. Meanwhile, George Harrison found himself limited to a single track, Within You, Without You, underscoring how the album's creative balance had shifted. Still, when it came to A Day in the Life, everything changed. For Lennon, the song wasn't just another track, it was something closer to a personal statement. Drawing inspiration from newspaper headlines, he crafted verses that felt detached yet deeply evocative, blending everyday reality with an almost surreal sense of distance. It was poetry disguised as pop music, layered with subtle unease and quiet intensity. But then came the challenge. Halfway through the song, the mood shifts abruptly. Lennon's introspective voice gives way to McCartney's brisk, almost cinematic vignette of daily routine. A man waking up late, rushing through his morning, slipping into the rhythm of ordinary life. On paper, the two sections couldn't feel more different. They exist in separate emotional worlds, moving at entirely different speeds. So how do you connect them without breaking the illusion? The answer arrived in a single, deceptively simple line: "I'd love to turn you on." It lasts only a moment, appearing just before the orchestra erupts into its now legendary crescendo. But in that instant, everything clicks. The line doesn't just bridge two sections, it transforms the song's trajectory, pulling the listener from observation into immersion. What follows feels less like a musical transition and more like a psychological shift, as the swelling orchestra captures something vast, disorienting, and strangely exhilarating. Even Lennon, who had already laid the foundation for the track, recognized the brilliance of that contribution. Reflecting years later in the Beatles anthology, he singled out McCartney's addition with rare and unmistakable admiration, calling it a damn good piece of work. It wasn't just a passing compliment, it was a genuine acknowledgement of a moment where McCartney had elevated the song in a way Lennon himself hadn't anticipated. McCartney, for his part, remembered the line coming together with a quiet sense of mischief. Speaking at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, he recalled the knowing glance the two shared after writing it, a subtle recognition that they were pushing boundaries, hinting at ideas that extended beyond the song itself. It was understated, almost playful, but undeniably deliberate. And that's what makes the moment so powerful. Because A Day in the Life isn't just a song, it's a collision of perspectives. Lennon's detached observations meet McCartney's structured storytelling, and instead of clashing, they fuse into something seamless. The contrast becomes the strength. The tension becomes the glue. In many ways, that single line represents more than just a clever transition. It captures a fleeting point in time when the Lennon-McCartney partnership was still capable of producing magic at the highest level, even as the cracks beneath the surface were beginning to form. Not long after, those fractures would widen. Creative differences, personal ambitions, and shifting identities would pull the band in separate directions. But here, in this brief and electrifying moment, everything's still aligned. And perhaps that's why it resonates so deeply. Because in just a few words, "I'd love to turn you on," you can hear not only the turning point of a song, but the final stretch of a collaboration that defined an era.